Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. All right, you guys. So LeBron James and Anthony Davis, continue to lead the way for the Lakers as they now take a 3-1 series lead over the Denver Nuggets. Tonight they beat the Nuggets 114 to 108 in a very closely contested game. LeBron James and Anthony Davis combined to score 60 points. Anthony Davis led the team with 34 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. LeBron James, another near triple-double with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. For the Nuggets, Jamal Murray led them in scoring once again with 32 points on 8 assists. Nikola Jokic scored 16 points and grabbed 7 boards. And Jeremiah Grant was second in scoring for the team with 17 on the game. Michael Porter Jr. only played 21 minutes and scored 13 points in the game. Once again, he played less minutes in the second half, and pretty much the Lakers pretty much put him on cruise control pretty much throughout the game. As you can hear from the stats here, the Lakers basically shot more free throws, having 35 more free throw attempts to the Nuggets 23 free throw attempts. Lakers out rebounded the Nuggets 41 to 33 and were +6 on the offensive glass, 12 to 6. Okay, so my 2 cents of the whole thing was that the Lakers were pretty much figured out what they did wrong in Game 3, and I pretty much had a thought that they were going to make the necessary adjustments by just pretty much letting the offense run through Anthony Davis, and then pretty much LeBron and company would follow suit, and that's what pretty much happened in the game. Now, I did hear some complaints about the officiating was kind of one-sided. Look, at the end of the day, officiating can't determine how the game will be played out. But at the end of the day, the best team with the best star power is going to be able to figure out what to do in most key situations. And the Nuggets right now, they're a young, inexperienced team right now that is making their first true test in the postseason. And they've had guts and courage to come back from both 3-1 deficits against the Utah Jazz and the LA Clippers. But I just think at this point right now, I think their run is going to pretty much end because, with LeBron and AD now pretty much in firm control of the series, I just think that this is just too much. This is just too much of them to deal with. And, the Nuggets have really much had a great, postseason run. We saw the emergence of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in this postseason. But right now, the Lakers are just pretty much too much for them to deal with. And so at the end of the day, there's not much blame to be put around other than the fact that why is it that you keep putting Michael Porter Jr. on the bench if you're Mike Malone? This is supposed to be one of your best players on the team, and you basically keep him on the bench. He's been only averaging 23 minutes a game in the last 4 games. I don't understand it. You basically put your best offensive player, who's going to be a future star in the making. Basically, you keep them on the bench throughout the majority of the second half. And the other thing that I was not happy about, the fact that, they did not counter, putting Paul Millsap on Anthony Davis. And pretty much Anthony Davis was cooking on everybody. And so right now, there's certainly some blame, that should be thrown around on Mike Malone's feet by not utilizing his matchups, well, and also to the fact that, you've not allowed, Michael Porter Jr. to pretty much explode at what he should. Now, granted that his defensive issues are apparent, and I'm sure that is something that's going to have to work on, during the offseason. But that's still not an excuse. You have to put your best offensive weapons out there on the floor to pretty much offset what the Lakers are able to do. And so right now, I just think at this point right now, if Michael Porter Jr. is going to keep on complaining about it, you know what I mean? Then Mike Malone's got to give him the opportunity to do something about it. All right. And so, but you're only giving him 20 to 23 minutes a game and throughout the series. That's not enough minutes. You know what I'm saying? But that's just pretty much what I feel about this whole thing. But LeBron and Anthony Davis are pretty much, putting the things on ice right now. And so they'll be waiting in the wings in the NBA Finals, if they find a way to wrap up the series on Friday night. And the way it looks in the Eastern Conference right now, I think that the Miami Heat could be their opponent, and it's gonna be a very interesting series. After Miami pretty much put things in cruise control after beating the Celtics in Game 4 as well. So we'll see what happens from here on in. Uh, we're about a few weeks away from the NBA Finals, so we're going to be stepping up to more of the video production as we head on into the NBA Finals series. So but the Lakers got it now under control. They're up 3-1, and they'll look to try to close it out Friday night. So that's just pretty much my 2 cents of the whole, series at the moment, though, too, guys. So don't miss Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Have a good night, guys.